Okay, good morning students. Today we'll talk about chapter 2, fraction. In this chapter we'll be discussing about definition of fraction, different types of fraction, and we'll solve examples based on the different types of fractions. Okay, so start with the definition. As you know, fraction, any number which is in the form of numerator and denominator is called a fraction, but with a condition that both the number has to be, numerator and denominator has to be a natural number. As you can see, the number of the form p by q, or numerator and denominator, where p and q are natural numbers, are known as fraction. In p by q, p is numerator and q is denominator, as you know, right? And also q should not be equal to 0. There is another condition that q should not be equal to 0. So obviously if they are natural number, means q is not equal to 0. Okay, now there are different types of fractions. First we will start with the decimal fraction. A fraction whose denominator is any of the number, that is 10, 100, 1000, etc., is called a decimal fraction. It's any fraction which is having denominator equal to 10, 100, 1000, or you can call the denominator in the form of power of 10. This is 10, this is 10 power 2, this is 10 power 3, and so on. So such type of fractions are called decimal fraction. Next, vulgar fraction. This one is just opposite of the decimal fraction, because in this case, fraction whose denominator is whole number other than 10, 100, 1000. The denominator is never equal to 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, etc. Okay. As you can see in this example, 2 by 9, 4 by 15, 9 by 35. The denominator has to be other than 10, 100 and 1000 in this vulgar fraction. Next one is proper fraction. You already know this fraction. A proper fraction has numerator. It has numerator less than its denominator. Such type of fractions are called proper fraction. For example, 3 by 7, 5 by 11, 23 by 40, etc. They are all proper fraction. And improper fraction is just opposite of a proper fraction. In this, numerator is greater than denominator. So a fraction whose numerator is more than or equal to its denominator, then such type of fractions are called improper fraction. For example, 11 by 7, 25 by 12, 6 by 61 by 50, etc. Means numerator is greater than denominator. Okay. Next one is mixed fraction. This fraction is a combination of a whole number and proper fraction. A number which can be expressed as a sum of natural number and a proper fraction is called a mixed fraction. As you can see in the example, this is an example of a mixed fraction, that is 1:3 by 4. In this, 1 is a natural number and 3 by 4 is a proper fraction. So it is a combination of a number, whole number you can call, and a combination of a natural number and a proper fraction. Okay. Equivalent fraction. A given fraction and the fraction obtained by multiplying or dividing its numerator and denominator by the same non-zero number are called equivalent fraction. Means that if there is a fraction, then we can find out its equivalent by multiplying numerator and denominator by same non-zero number, right? So as you can see in this example, 3 by 4 is our fraction, and to convert this into equivalent fraction, we have multiplied both 3 and 4 by 2. Okay, so the next result is 6 by 8. Means this 6 by 8 is equivalent to this 3 by 4. Their values are same. Okay. In the same way, if you have bigger numbers in numerator and denominator, they can be divided by a same common non-zero number in order to find out equivalent fraction. As in this case, 12 by 16, they can both be divided by 4. So if you divide 12 by 4, the result is 3. 16 by 4, the result is 4. Therefore the equivalent fraction is 3 by 4. Okay. Now next is like fraction. Fraction having same denominator but different numerator are called like fractions. A fraction which is having same denominator but numerators are different. As you can see in this example, 3 by 14, 6 by 14, and 9 by 14, they are all like fractions. Unlike fraction having different denominators are called unlike fraction. Those fractions which have different denominators, such as 2 by 5, 5 by 7, 9 by 13, all are having different denominators. Such type of fractions are called unlike fractions. Next, ninth one is irreducible fraction. A fraction a by b is said to be irreducible if the HCF of a and b is 1. Means a fraction in the standard form is called irreducible fraction. Okay, a standard form in a sense the HCF of both numerator and denominator is equal to 0. So if the HCF is equal to not 0, it is equal to 1. If the HCF of numerator and denominator is equal to 1, it means they can't be reduced anymore. So such type of fractions are called irreducible fraction. Okay, as in this case 2 by 3, the HCF of these two is equal to 1. In 4 by 5, the HCF is equal to 1. So such type of fractions whose HCF of numerator and denominator is equal to 1, they are called irreducible fraction. Okay, now we'll move to addition of fraction. We'll see some properties based on the addition of fraction, and the two common properties are addition of fraction is associative. Associative property is applicable for the addition of fraction, and also commutative property is applicable for the addition of fractions. Okay, so associative property says that if there are three fractions a by b, c by d, and e by f, then they can be ordered as shown. A by b plus c by d, they have been grouped together and the result has been added to e by f. And if c by d and e by f are grouped together and their result is added to a by b, the result will be same. So this is associative property. The fraction addition of fraction can be satisfied with associative property. Addition of fraction is commutative also. Commutative in a sense they can be added in any order. So if a by b and c by d are two fractions, they can be added in any order, right? Okay, let's start with the exercise 2a. First question is that compare the fractions. Okay, we have this fraction 5 by 8 and 7 by 12. We have to compare which one is greater and which one is not. So as you know that to compare two fractions, we just cross multiply the fractions. The numerator of one fraction is multiplied with the denominator, as you can see in this solution. 5 is being multiplied with 12, the result is 60, and 8 is being multiplied with 7, the result is 56. That has been kept upside. Now if you compare 56 with 60, we find out that 60 is greater than 56. So the fraction which is associated with this number 60, that is 5 by 8. 5 by 8 is greater than 7 by 12. Okay. Now moving to the next question, that is 11 by 12 and 15 by 16. Okay. Next question is 11 by 12 and 15 by 16. Now if you multiply 11 with 16, the result is 176, and if you multiply 12 by 15, the result is 180. Now we see that 180 is greater than 176. Therefore, the ratio or fraction which is related with 180 is greater than the other one. It means this is 15 by 16 is related with 180. So 15 by 16 is greater than 11 by 12. Okay. Now second question is to arrange the following fraction in ascending order. Ascending means we start from smaller one to the larger one. Okay. So these are the fractions given: 4 by 5, 7 by 10, 11 by 15, 17 by 20. The first thing is to find out LCM of their denominators. So we'll first find out LCM of their denominator, that is 5, 10, 15 and 20, and LCM of these four numbers is equal to 60. Now we have to convert all these fractions with denominator 60. Okay. So 4 by 5, let's take 4 by 5. To convert the denominator of 4 by 5 into 60, we have to multiply it by 12. In the same way, the numerator will also be multiplied by 12. So the result is 48 by 60. In 7 by 10, to make the denominator 60, we have to multiply this 10 by 6. So the numerator has also been multiplied by 6. So in this case, the result is 42 by 60. In 11 by 15, we have to multiply the denominator by 4 in order to make it 60. And similarly, we have to multiply numerator also by the same number. So it becomes 11 by 60. And finally, we have 17 by 20. So in order to make 60, we have to multiply it by 3. Similarly, the numerator will also be multiplied by 3. The result is 51 by 60. Now we see that all these fractions are having same denominators. Okay, so we see that 42 by 60 is smaller than 44 by 60, which is smaller than 48 by 60, which is smaller than 51 by 60. So we'll write the original fraction of these fractions, these equivalent fractions. So the original fraction of 42 by 60 was 7 by 10. The original of fraction of 44 by 60 was 11 by 15. Original fraction of 48 by 60 was 4 by 5, and the original fraction of 51 by 60 was 17 by 20. This is how you have to arrange the given fraction in either ascending or descending order. Okay. Now moving to the next question. This question says that Renu got 2 by 7 part of an apple, while Sonal got 4 by 5 part of it. Who got the larger part and by how much? So first we have to compare these two fractions. Okay, and then we have to find out which who got larger part. So the part of apple with Renu, that is 2 by 7 of an apple means one apple. We are talking about one apple. So Renu had 2 by 7 of apple. Similarly, Sonal had 4 by 5 of apple. Now, on comparing 2 by 7 and 4 by 5, we see that 2 multiplied by 5, that is 10, and 7 multiplied by 4, that is 28. 28 is greater than 10. It means the fraction which is associated with 28, that is 4 by 5, is greater than 2 by 5. Okay. And also we have to find difference is that 4 by 5 minus 2 by 7, we just subtract these two fractions. The result is 18 by 35. It means Sonal got larger part by 18 by 35. Okay. Now moving to the next question, question 4. This question says that a rectangular sheet of paper is 15 is to 3 by 4 centimeter long and 12 is to 1 by 2 centimeter wide. Find its perimeter. In this question we have been given length and breadth. We have to find perimeter of a rectangle. So we know that the perimeter of rectangle, the formula for finding perimeter of rectangle is 2 into length plus breadth. Okay, now use the formula to find out perimeter of this rectangular sheet. So on putting the values of length and breadth in this, it is 2 into 15 is to 3 by 4 plus 12 is to 1 by 2 centimeter. Once you convert this mixed fraction into improper fraction, this will result in 63 by 4. The second one will result in 25 by 2. Now, on doing the addition of this fraction, we get 113 by 2 centimeter. Now, this can again be converted into mixed fraction as 56 is to 1 by 2 centimeter. So, this is the perimeter of rectangular field, or rectangular sheet you can call. Okay. Now, moving to the next question. What should be added to 7 is to 3 by 5 to get 18? I mean, the question says that what has to be added to 7 is to 3 by 5 in order to get the result as 18. Okay. So suppose you don't know the number which is to be added to 7 is to 3 by 5. So take that number as x. You can take any alphabet, that is x, y, z, a, b, c, d. You can take any. Now according to the question, the unknown number is to be added to 7 is to 3 by 5. It means 7 is to 3 by 5 is added with x and the result is 18. Now from this you just simplify the value, find out the value of x to get the exact answer. In order to find the value of x, we have to shift this or transpose this 38 by 5 to the right hand side. So on transposing this 38 by 5 to the right hand side, we get this 2 by 5, which in turn converted into the mixed fraction as 10 is to 2 by 5. So this is the number which when added with 7 is to 3 by 5 results in 18. Next, the cost of pen is 16 is to 3 by 5 rupee and that of a pencil is 4 is to 3 by 4 rupee. Which cost more and by how much? First we have to compare these two costs and find out which one is greater. After that we have to find out the difference. Okay, so according to the question, the cost of pen is given as 16:3 by 5 rupee. That when gets converted into the improper fraction results in 83 by 5 rupee, and the cost of pencil is equal to 4:3 by 4 rupee. That results in 19 by 4 rupee. Now we'll compare these two, 83 by 5 and 19 by 4, and that can be done by multiplying numerator with denominator, numerator of one fraction with denominator of other, and denominator of another second fraction with numerator of first one. So as you can see, the multiplication of these two results in 332 and the multiplication of these two results in 95. We can easily say that 332 is greater than 95, therefore 83 by 5 is greater than 90 by 4, right? And also we have to find the difference, that is 83 by 5 minus 19 by 4. So on subtracting this, we get 237 by 20 rupee. That can again be converted into the mixed fraction as 11 is to 17 by 20 rupee. Therefore the pen cost more than pencil by 11 is to 17 by 20 rupee. Okay, now we'll talk about multiplication of fraction. The rule for multiplication of fraction is that product of a fraction can be written as product of their numerator divided by product of their denominator. We'll check out this rule using by taking into consideration some examples from exercise 2b. So let's take first example. First example is, or first question, find the product, that is 3 by 5 multiplied by 7 by 11. In this multiplication of the fraction, we have to multiply the numerator and denominators. Okay, so the numerators are 3 and 7, they are multiplied and they are kept in the denominator, and numerator and the denominator are 5 and 11, and they have been multiplied and they have been kept in the denominator. Okay, so you just have to do is to multiply the numerator with numerator and denominator with denominator, and that's all. That is the answer. Okay, now moving to the second question. Second question is 4 is to 1 by 8 multiplied by 2 is to 10 by 11. In this, you have to first convert this into improper fraction. So always convert mix into improper fraction. Okay, now as you can see, when you convert these two, they results in 33 by 8 and 30 multiplied by 32 by 11. Now you will use the same process as we did in question 1. We'll multiply the numerator and keep it in numerator, and denominator will be multiplied with denominator and keep it will be denominator only. Okay, but before that, if you see that two numbers in the numerator and denominator have some common number, then they can be simplified or converted into the standard form. As you can see, 11 just divide 33 3 times, so I've just divided it. Also, if you find that 8 is able to divide 32, you can easily divide 8. Okay, so the result is 12. This is how you have to perform the multiplication of fraction. Now moving to the second question. Second question is about simplification. 2 by 3 multiplied by 5 by 44 multiplied by 33 by 35. All you have to do is to multiply the numerator with numerators and denominator with denominators. And after multiplication, if you find out that the two numbers have something common, some number in common, then you can easily cancel them out. Okay, and convert them in simplest form. So once we do that, we get answer as 1 by 14. Next, 3 is to 1 by 16 multiplied by 7 is to 3 by 7 multiplied by 1 is to 25 by 39. First of all, you have to convert this mixed fraction into improper fraction. Okay, so 3 is to 1 by 16 results in 49 by 16. 7 is to 3 by 7 results in 52 by 7, and 1 is to 25 by 39 results in 64 by 39. Now I will multiply the numerators with numerator and denominators with denominator. Okay, so on multiplication we get this, and after simplification you will get this 37 is to 1 by 3 as answer. If the answer is in improper form, then you can easily convert that into a mixed form. Okay, if it is not in improper form, then no problem, it is already in a proper fraction. Proper fraction cannot be converted into a mixed fraction. Okay, next question is find 1 by 3 of 24. So as you already know that of stands for multiplication. Okay, so first we'll remove this of sign by a multiplication sign. Okay, so 1 by 3 multiplied by 24, it gives 1 multiplied by 24 divided by 3. 3 is dividing it 24 8 times, therefore the answer is 8. In the same way, 4 by 9 of 54 meters. 4 by 9 of 54 meters can be written as 4 by 9. In place of we will write multiplication sign 54 meter. 9 cancels out 54 6 times. So this result in 4 into 6 meter, that is 24 meters. Question third, 5 by 6 of an year. Now as you know, an year means 1 year. We are talking about 1 year. So 5 by 6 of an year is equal to 5 by 6 multiplied by 1 year. And 1 year has 12 months. So we can convert that year into the months and write that as 12. So that will result in 5 by 6 multiplied by 12 months equal to 5 multiplied by 12 divided by 6 months. And that gives 10 months as answer. In the same way, 7 by 8 of a day. 7 by 8 of a day. We can't divide 1 by 8. So we'll convert that 1 into 24 hours. 1 day into 24 hours. So that the division becomes very easy. That's why we have converted 1 day into 24 hours. Now if you simplify these two, this results in 21 hours. Okay. Moving to the next question. Question 4 says, apples are sold at 48:4 by 5 rupee per kilogram. What is the cost of 3:3 by 4 kilogram of apples? In this question, we have to find the cost of the apple. Okay. So if you write this in statement form, always write the cost that is to be found, the value, whatever value that is to be found onto the right hand side of equal sign. Okay. In that case, it becomes easy for you to write the statement. So we have to find, since we have to find the cost of apple, so we'll write the cost towards the right hand side of equal sign. So first we'll start with the given statement, that is the cost of 1 kilogram of apple is given as 48:4 by 5 rupee. Therefore we have to find cost of 3:3 by 4 kilogram of apple. So simply you'll just multiply 3:3 by 4 kilogram of apple with the cost of 1 kilogram of apple. So on multiplication you get 183 rupee as the exact value, right? Next, a car covers a certain distance at a uniform speed of 66:2 by 3 km per hour. How much distance will it cover in 9 hours? So we have been given a statement in the question. It's been given that the uniform speed of the car is 66:2 by 3 km. We have to find the distance covered in 9 hours, right? So since we have to find distance that is to be found out in kilometers, so that has to be kept on the right side of equal sign. So in the statement, in the solution, we'll start with, since the distance covered by the car in 1 hour is equal to 66:2 by 3 km, therefore the distance covered by the car in 9 hours is equal to 9 into 66:2 by 3 km. On converting this, we get 9 multiplied by 200 divided by 3 km, and that results in 600 km as the answer. So this is the distance covered by the car in 9 hours. If it moves with an uniform speed of 66:2 by 3 km per hour. Okay, moving to the next question. 9 boards are... Okay, next topic is division of fraction. So in division of fraction, we first talk about a rule. To divide a fraction by another fraction, the first fraction is multiplied by the reciprocal of the second fraction. It means if we have two fractions and a division sign in between them, then the second fraction is just made reciprocal and it is multiplied to the first person. So alternatively, we can say that the sign of division is converted into a multiplication and the divisor is converted into its reciprocal. As you can see in this, a by b divided by c by d can be written as a by b multiplied by d by c. This d by c is reciprocal of this c by d, and we have changed division into a multiplication sign, right? So this is how division of two fractions to be done. Let's take an example. 4 by 5 divided by 6 by 9. This 4 by 5 is written as it is, and division is converted into multiplication sign by making divisor in a reciprocal form. That is, 6 by 9 is reciprocal as 9 by 6. Now we divide the things, and after that we have 6 by 5 as answer. Now moving to the exercise 2C. First question is, write down the reciprocal of 5 by 8. The reciprocal of 5 by 8 can be found out by just interchanging numerator with denominator and vice versa. So 5 by 8 is 8 by 5. We have just taken the numerator to the denominator and denominator to the numerator. Similarly, 12 is to 3 by 5. Reciprocal of this can be found out by first converting this mix into the improper fraction, that is 63 by 5, and then finding out its reciprocal. Second, simplify 4 by 7 divided by 9 by 14. So 4 by 7 divided by 9 by 14 can be written as 4 by 7 multiplied by 14 by 9. Now 7 divide 14 2 times, and the result is 8 by 9. Similarly, question 2, 15 is to 3 by 7 divided by 1 is to 23 by 49. First we convert this mix into improper one, and then we do the division process. This becomes 108 by 7 divided by 72 by 49. As you can see, the division has been converted into multiplication and the reciprocal has been found out of 72 by 49. And after simplification, you find that the answer is 10 is to 1 by 2. Next, divide. Moving to next question. Next question says that divide 11 by 24 by 7 by 8. So 11 by 24 divided by 7 by 8. 11 by 24, we change division sign into multiplication sign and write reciprocal of the divisor, that is 8 by 7. This becomes 11 by 21. Second question, 63 by 2 is to 1 by 4. 63 divided by 2 is to 1 by 4. 63 divided by 2 is to, once we convert this mix into improper, this becomes 9 by 4. So 63 into 9 by 4 by 9, reciprocal of 9 by 4, with division sign converted into multiplication sign. So this results in 28. Moving to next question, a rope of length 13 is to 1 by 2 meter has been divided into 9 pieces of same length. Okay, what is the length of the each piece? The total length of the rope is given, that is 13 is to 1 by 2 meter, and the length of the rope is been divided into 9 equal pieces. We have to find the length of each piece. So total length of rope is given as 13 is to 1 by 2 meter. Therefore, the length of each piece is equal to 13 is to 1 by 2 divided by 9. After converting this mix into the improper fraction and dividing it by 9, we have 27 divided by 2 multiplied by 1 by 9, that is 1 is to 3 by 2 meter, that is 1 is to 1 by 2 meter. This is the length of each piece of the rope. Okay, next question. By selling oranges at the rate of 6 is to 3 by 4 per orange, a man gets 378 rupee. How many oranges does he sell? So in the solution, total money earned by the man is 378, and also rate of one orange is given as 6 is to 3 by 4, that is 27 by 4 rupee. Therefore, the number of oranges can be found out by dividing total money by rate of one orange. So total money is 378 divided by 27 by 4. 378 multiplied by 4 by 27, and on simplifying this we get 56 as answer. So this was the number of oranges, and 56 number of oranges can be bought in 378 rupee at the rate of 6 is to 3 by 4 rupee per orange. Okay, so this was about this chapter. Try to solve all the questions in this chapter, and if you have any doubt, just ask me. Okay, thank you.